Prayer is the key that unlocks the door to God's heart. In the silence of prayer, we find the strength to face the noise of the world. Prayer is not asking for what we want but aligning our will with God's. The more you pray, the less you'll panic. The more you worship, the less you worry. Prayer is a conversation with the one who knows us better than we know ourselves. When life gets too hard to stand, kneel in prayer. Prayer is the passport to peace in the midst of life's chaos. God hears even the silent prayers of a grateful heart. The best way to solve your problems is to hand them over to God in prayer. Prayer is the bridge between panic and peace. In prayer, we give God access to our hearts, and He transforms them. A day hemmed in prayer is less likely to unravel. Pray not to escape trouble, but to have the strength to face it. Prayer is the breath of the soul. Without it, we suffocate in the worries of life. The more you trust in prayer, the less you'll stress in problems. Prayer is not a spare wheel that you pull out when in trouble, it's a steering wheel that directs you in the right path. When life gives you more than you can stand, kneel in prayer. Prayer is the voice of faith, the silence of trust, and the strength of patience. In prayer, we express our desires, but God reveals His plans. Prayer is the wireless connection to heaven's customer support. God answers every prayer, but sometimes the answer is, wait, or, I have something better. Prayer is the rope that pulls God and man together. When the world says give up, prayer says try one more time. Prayer is not an escape from reality but an encounter with the ultimate reality, God. The most powerful position is on your knees in prayer. Prayer is not asking God to do our will but aligning our will with His. In the quiet moments of prayer, God speaks the loudest. Prayer is not a monologue but a dialogue with the divine. When you don't know what to say, let your heart speak in prayer. Prayer is the invisible armor that protects us in the battles of life. God's delays are not denials. Sometimes, the answer is, grow before go. Prayer is the key that opens the door to God's unlimited resources. In prayer, we don't change God's mind, He changes ours. The posture of prayer reflects the attitude of the heart. Prayer is the language of the heart. God understands even the unspoken words. When you pray, don't just talk to God, listen to Him too. Prayer is the heartbeat of a relationship with God. In the realm of prayer, there are no unanswered requests, only unexplored blessings. Prayer is not about changing God's plan but being part of it. Prayer is the channel through which God's peace flows into our lives. In the garden of prayer, the soul blossoms. Prayer is the best wireless connection to the heavenly hotline. When you pray, don't worry. When you worry, don't forget to pray. Prayer is not an escape from responsibility but the strength to fulfill it. The more you pray, the less you'll panic. Prayer is the key that opens the door to a deeper relationship with God. God's delay is not His denial, it's often His way of preparing something better. Prayer is the language of the soul in communion with the divine. When you can't find the right words, let your heart speak in prayer.